This is Ozarks Fox AM.
Good morning and welcome to Ozarks Fox AM on this wonderful Wednesday. I'm Jeremy Rabe.
And I'm Kelly Smith. Thank you for joining us today. It's going to be a beautiful day. This is what I hear.
Did we just jinx ourselves?
No.
Can I knock wood?
Just knock on my head.
It's Missouri, after all,
I know.
and northern Arkansas.
It is going to be a good day. But I do want to tell you a little story about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer.
Barely kept his family fed.
Then one night he was shooting at some pool. What is it?
I don't know the words. I really don't.
Up through the ground
came a bubbling crude.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so Texas tea.
Well, the first thing you know, let me tell you about my story. All right, so it rained and it rained and it rained and it rained last night. So Blue, our dog, has been neutered. We've been so adamant to keep him safe and keep him calm and keep him in the cage for not 10 days. We did 7.
For 10 months.
For 10 months. So, yesterday morning we cut the cone off. He was so excited. He went to the restroom all over everything.
Okay.
And he was let in the backyard and he leaped and ran and oh my goodness, like a bucking bronco. Safe. Here comes the rain, washes the fence out, and he's gone. Yeah.
Is he still gone?
No, he came back.
Oh, well, thank goodness.
Actually, he didn't come back. The neighbor called and said, yeah, he's over here visiting my dog, which is what he likes to do. But I was worried about him. And, oh, my goodness, that crossing that I can't take sometimes in the morning, it was a full-blown river. And I thought, if he gets in that, I mean, he loves water. But, I mean, that could be dangerous. It's dangerous for people. It could be dangerous for pets. But, yes, all is well. He's back. But, I mean, I'm just saying, the adamancy of keeping him safe for all that time and let him out. Here comes the rain, washes the fence out, and goodbye, Blue. Yes.
Poor Blue.
It's
Poor Blue.
Poor me. I'm telling you, it's
Blue.
the life. It's crazy.
And he went to go, I'm just going to say, he went to go visit his female friend.
Yes, he did.
He loves her. He loves her.
And he would have made pretty puppies, but we fixed that problem. So
yes, you did.
Yes. So anyway, yeah. Anyway,
no puppies.
No puppies.
Although they would have been so cute.
Oh, so cute. But if they're as headstrong as him, I'm just saying, yeah. But I was worried for a minute because he is so pretty that Dave said, somebody might pick him up. I said, he would not get in the car with somebody. No, he wouldn't get in the car with somebody.
I worry about, somebody pick him up, Yeah. But I just worry about getting hit by a car.
And I worried about that, too, because he's not car aware at all. He's just like, boom, running.
Especially when it's dark and you can't see very well
this happened
cars.
During the day.
Okay.
No, he came home in the light.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was light for the whole time, so it's all good. But it had a happy ending.
I get so worried, me and pets, and because I drive to work sometimes and have to veer to miss cats and armadillos.
Yeah, and that's true, but he's a big one to have to miss. I mean, he's kind of like the size of a small deer,
And I'm not going to lie to you, I was cursing Missouri yesterday.
Were you?
Because of the weather.
I know.
It hailed at my house for a little bit. Yeah, I should have got pictures.
Wow.
You send me a picture.
I'm so sorry, Elisa. I know Elisa looked at me. She went, "What?" I'm not kidding. You know when that front came through, Elisa? It all of a sudden, I could hear. It was the loudest thing, and then hail was hitting my door.
You got worse weather than I did.
Oh, about that size. What is that?
Quarter.
I would say dime-ish, dime to low, smaller dime.
Yeah.
Dime to low.
Dime to
now
low.
he's nervous. I can't give her the wrong answer.
I know. I'm like, I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
I was pelting the window. My cat Dolly was outside. She ran in and was soaking wet, not happy with me.
I know.
So we understand the animal stuff.
It's all going to get better now, right?
I hope. Joe Morano, do you really believe Missouri weather's going to get better?
I know someone will tell us whether it will or not in about 4 minutes or so.
That's true.
I'll just air to that. How about that? You guys sad about Game of Thrones ending?
No.
We didn't have time to talk to you about this yesterday.
Don't give up.
Yeah, I know. There's dragons and stuff, I guess.
No.
All right.
I watched season 1. That was it.
This is impressive. Lauren, Elisa, myself, and the two of you don't watch that show.
That's
We might be the only collection of people out there that don't.
It could be.
But for those that are sad, hey, we've got a hotline that is offering help for you. Are you kidding me? Counselors, Bark.com has come up with a website to find you a counselor to help you through the grief going through losing your favorite show, Game of Thrones.
Oh, my goodness.
There it is. There's the website right there. You type in your info and everything else. They find counselors for you. You can discuss your feelings or you can discuss plot lines or holes in the plot that you feel like you've seen, and just talk to people about this. $25 to do this for 30 minutes with somebody, with a professional counselor, or 50 plus, a little more than 50 bucks for an hour session. How insane is this?
Okay, now that is a reason that would make me want to watch why people would be so enthralled with this show that they would have to do counseling now.
I mean, look at that. Look at all that fire right there.
Yeah.
Surely that draws you in, right?
When you started that
so
story,
much.
Joe, I was thinking you were thinking they needed counseling because they hated the last season so bad.
That's what I thought too.
This is, and I've realized we're not missing much, right? Because the last season's not getting a lot of love.
From what I read, people hated it.
Well, and that's what I thought the counseling was about too.
Right,
Not that the show ended, but that it ended not in a way that they wanted.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
By
this.
the way, our producer Jake is big into it. I asked him yesterday if the writer of the books would then write the book differently, and he thinks yes, because of the fan backlash. The writer of the books hasn't written the last book yet, so he could write it totally differently.
No kidding.
Then they'd have to do another movie.
Boy, did we just make fun of the show too much for Jake? I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jake.
Sorry, Jake.
We love you, Jake.
All right, let's do.
He's there going, thanks.
Let's do one more here. We're taking you over to New York in Riverside Park. They're taking care of the issues of weed and poison ivy and other things by having these guys take care of it. How do you like that? Good song. Good song
I love this song.
Yes, yeah.
I've actually heard of this.
So these goats are just chomping on things that'll kill native plants, and they're doing this. It prevents the people that work in the park to use chemicals.
Oh, yeah.
Love
That's
it.
always good.
Love it.
Goats are just saying, hey, man, let's eat. What's for dinner? So there you go. What do you think about this?
I think it's a great idea. It was an idea that we thought of for our backyard because we have so much poison ivy. Actually, I think they could handle blue, actually, so I think that might be double a good reason to bring them along.
See, now, I was saying, I know people who do this in their yards, or people maybe in the Ozarks have so much land they do that, but I haven't seen parks or anything do it. Good idea, though, right?
Well, parks don't usually have quite as much poison ivy. These are stalks that are this big, all wrapped around the tree. It's bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Joe, I didn't listen to a word of your story because they were
listening
playing
to the song.
Poison Ivy. I love that song. I sang it in a show in Branson. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite songs ever because it's such a good song.
I'm not blaming you for that one, man. I'm a big fan. My dad got me hooked on that song and that type of music way back when I was a kid.
Yeah, all I know is you said something about goats, and then I heard Poison Ivy, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
I could tell you were
Elisa,
somewhere else.
stop
You were
with the,
somewhere else.
like, she's giving you side eye right now.
Well, she's mad at me for not
Great
sending
song.
hail pictures already.
It was only dime or lower.
Dime or lower?
Is that what you said?
Dime? Or something, Lisa?
I don't know.
Good morning, Elisa.
We're just trying to talk to you
Yes,
right
we're
now.
trying to
getting
talk to you
nothing
right now.
from
Tell us
I
about the
feel
weather.
so betrayed. I can't believe you didn't send me a hail picture.
I was worried about my cat who was trapped outside in this torrential downpour. I'm sorry, Elisa.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to forgive you. We did have a tornado confirmed from yesterday, at least one. I expect many more to be confirmed. But for the first one, it was an EF1 tornado near Marshfield, right along I-44. As the storm was rolling through, we were very concerned about people on the interstate. I had a path length of 7 miles, a width of 100 yards, roof damage, uprooted, and snapped trees were some of its damage. Lots of pictures from viewers yesterday. We had roofs totally peeled away in Webster County, trees that were struck by lightning and split down the middle. We had flash flooding, also a concern because that rain came down very quick. Multiple cars stuck. This is the Sac River that's rising and starting to cover up some roads near Bodark, so please never drive through a flooded roadway. That's why we have aerial flood warnings that go through 11 o'clock this morning. We could add another 1 to 2 or even 3 or more inches of rain. A flash flood watch goes until 10 a.m. Thursday along and north of I-44, where more storms set up by this evening and overnight. This morning it's quiet, dry, sunny, a little bit cool, temperatures in the 50s. Warm, muggy, and sunny today, and that's going to really fuel the atmosphere for a severe threat by this evening and overnight again. Another enhanced risk of severe weather from Joplin to Clinton, the slight risk from Lake of the Ozarks to Springfield. Our threats will be widespread flooding, 70-mile-per-hour winds, tennis ball-size hail, and a few tornadoes. That tornado threat will be healthiest in this red area here to the north and west of Springfield along that Kansas border. We're looking at a time frame not really firing up until 7 o'clock this evening, lingering through the overnight. The flood threat, though, again, it's residual this morning. So sunshine, quiet, 80s today. Storm set up by 7 o'clock overnight tonight. They stay to the north and west. I don't think anybody south and east ever gets any storms, but this is where we'll also keep that threat of severe weather as well. We'll have quiet weather by tomorrow afternoon. Again, just please remember to stay weather aware because we do have another tornado threat, and this is an overnight threat, so just have a way to get warnings. Jeremy, Kelly.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Elisa. All right, coming up, it's our morning sports report. Don't go anywhere. Ozarks Fox AM will be right back. Hey, late at night while you're sleeping, poison ivy comes creeping over.